You know, it's been a bit of a wild week, hasn't it? A lot of stuff going on, some moving and some shaking, people getting released, people getting franchise tagged. But one thing is always going to be constant when we're talking about the New York football giants. And that's that people gonna be mad as hell on Twitter, baby. Yo, what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing tonight? It is so good to see every last stinking one of you. What is going on? I got my man Vised Edits. He was first. Who gives a shit? Jade is in the building. Afghanistan is in the building. Joel is in the building. Nate is in the building. Evan is in the building. Jay is in the building. Kevin is in the building. Word 21 is in the building. What is going on with all of you crazy sons of bitches tonight? How is everybody doing? I missed y'all. I know. Y'all are always gonna give me shit because I don't post no videos, but guess what? I do whatever the fuck I want. That's the beauty of being me. That is the beauty of being me. You guys will get some videos eventually when I feel like it. But until then, we just gonna go live, baby. We just gonna go live and we gonna hang out for an hour and some change and talk about this damn New York football Giants team. That's what we gonna do. Nate gonna show up. He gonna troll you, right? Because when Nate can't talk over everybody and take over the entire stream, he just trolls you in the chat. Viz is gonna be ignorant than a motherfucker for no reason. He gonna say weird shit. He gonna do weird shit. That's just what you gonna get. That's what we doing tonight. But I'm so happy to see each and every last one of y'all, man. What is going on? God dang. CB and ZZZ never stay lacking 45. That fucking name is ridiculous. That name is just ridiculous. You ever see like the memes for like people who are like, you know, like from like Samoa or Hawaii, and their name is like Mickey Licky La, Locky Licky Lay, Licky Licky La 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 Lee La 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 La. Like that's what the fuck that name reminds me of. It's just too damn long, all right? And I can't even figure out how I'm going to abbreviate that bitch. It's just long as hell for no damn reason. But I'm glad that you in the building, my guy. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me tonight, man. Hey, King Brazy, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man? How's everything going? How is everything going with y'all, man? Yo, a lot of interesting things. A lot of I'm trying to explode you. That was a game plan the whole time. I knew what it was. I knew what we was doing. Nate. Come on, man. I already know. I knew what we was doing. How's everybody doing tonight, man? How's everybody's last 7 days been? Everybody been good, man? Everybody been chilling? Trying to stay away from the Twitters? C bans I don't give a shit. What the fuck? That shit's ridiculous. Yo, that shit is ridiculous, man. Big Blue in the Bronx is in the building. What's going on with you, man? How you doing, brother? Man, I appreciate you for popping in, man. We haven't started anything, right? We're just doing a little introduction. We just vibing a little bit, man. Trying to see how everybody is. I'm hoping that a specific person pops in this chat because I told him to get his ass in here. We'll see if we get a little guest appearance. I'm going to cross my fingers on it. I don't know. I'm waiting for him to say something in the damn chat. I'm waiting for him to say something very specific in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see if we get a special guest appearance in the chat tonight. Okay, hold on a second. I have a problem reading. And with my swag, I don't got no problems with reading or with swag, my guy. I'm not horrible at PGA. I'm actually pretty good. I just took some L's. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, listen, Man, this is all I do, Joe, is argue with Giants fans, man. That's all I do, so I can understand, man. I'm just arguing with fucking Giants fans all day long on Twitter. My damn phone be blip, blip, blip with it, people, because I'm adding everyone. I don't give a shit. I'm reckless on Twitter. I'm reckless, and I don't care. I'm reckless as hell. Man, so yeah, man. Listen, man, there's been some interesting stuff that came out, right? That we're gonna talk about. Some things that I think you want to argue with me, Joe. I mean, listen, we don't need to argue, man. You and I are typically on the same page. I just kind of like focused in on some of the stuff that was happening. Especially with like the franchise tags, because the deadline was yesterday. The information about the salary cap for this year that came out. I know who the fuck you are, Giants Nation. I know exactly who you are, you sorry son of a bitch. I know who the fuck you are. So yeah, I saw the shit with the salary cap. I watched the interviews from Joe Judge. I watched the interview with Dave Gettleman. I saw that we made a couple of moves, clearing some cap space. Let's talk about all these things. The first thing that happened was Golden Tate, right? So Golden Tate got the old axe, and running from Joe's brain. I might be. I don't know if I want to smoke from Joe, man. He's a wild dude. He's a wild boy. So yeah, man, Golden Tate, he got the old axe. That's not surprising. That's really not surprising, because honestly, his cap hit, man, his cap hit was just way too high for how we was using him, right? Like we were paying him like he was a main part of our offense, and he kind of wasn't, which is the reason why he's in the camera saying, "Give me the damn ball." Because we wasn't using them in a way, I guess, that he wanted to be used, but we definitely wasn't using him in a way that was value to us in regards to his salary cap hit. So he gone. I hope Golden Tate goes somewhere and he plays well, and I hope this man ends up on a team that's super competitive and he's able to go and win and rack up numbers. Right? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, the New York Football Giants ain't that team yet. They're not, right? And I know that a lot of y'all is probably like going into this next season real optimistic, feeling real good about the possibilities, but like I'm not, right? Because y'all know me, I like to be a realist. I like to use logic and reasoning when I'm talking about this team. Right? And I don't think this team is all the way there yet. I don't think they're all the way ready. So Golden Tate can go to another team that's going to be competitive, and maybe this man's in the playoffs, man. I hope. Same thing with Kevin Zeitler. Here's the deal. Kevin Zeitler, he had like a 14.5 million cap hit. We can't afford that right now. We can't afford that right now. So like it was either we were going to trade Zeitler, right? Or we was going to release this man. We went the route of releasing this man, ate a little bit of the dead cap, opened up $12 million in cap space. Like, that's just what we need to do. And I saw something on Twitter, right? Where some rando said that the Giants got some phone calls for Zeitler towards the trade deadline last season. And another bad move by Dave Gettleman. We could have moved him, and we could. Hey, listen, we was still trying to win the division. Like we was still in the thick of it, right? So it don't make any sense to get rid of your best lineman at that point in time. Like it just didn't make sense to do it. It didn't, right? And like if we would have did that, right? And now we're sucking again, people would be like, I can't believe they gave away our best lineman. Ah! Like that's what would have happened. Like straight up. Because you gotta think of this in the context of the situation, right? At the time, Will Hernandez is still recovering from COVID, which is why I've always said this. I think that's the reason why he was benched. I think that's the reason why he didn't play as much as he should have, right? Because COVID kicked his ass. COVID straight up kicked his ass, man. So like, it didn't make sense to get rid of Zeitler when we was still in a position to make a push to win a division. And honestly, winning the division wasn't in our best interest, but it would have been nice. What do you mean you can't hear me? What do you mean? What do you mean? Y'all can't hear me? What about now? What about now? What about now? What about now? You can barely hear me. Man, that's weird because my mic loud in the mug. I'm looking at my levels and they going all over the place as I'm talking. So like, you're right, Joel. Like, listen, people beg for these moves, man. They beg for us to make these moves, and then when we make these moves, they're like, "Oh, you should have did it earlier." It's like, shut up. All right, these moves are gonna happen when they happen. We don't got no control of that. So why are you raising your blood pressure, being angry about it? I don't get it. Hold on a second. I saw somebody had a question. Oh, Afghanistan. Now that Zeitler is gone, do you think we should draft a true center and move Gates to guard? No. I think we keep Gates at center, right? We put Will Hernandez back at left guard, and we put Lemieux at left guard, right? We have Pert over at tackle, and we go make it work, all right? Because I think with Thomas, Hernandez, Gates, Lemieux, and Pert, those five, listen, you let those five gel and learn and get it, right? And it's going to take a little bit. There's going to be some growing pains. It's going to suck a little bit. But if we can get these five to gel and work together, and now we got these five for a long-ass time, I think we're Gucci. But it's not going to happen overnight, right? It's not going to be like, you know, week 2, all of a sudden the offensive line looks fantastic. It's not going to work that way. But they have more time to work together because we're going to have OTAs. We're going to have training camps. We're going to have preseason. Like all those things are going to happen. So you give these guys the time they need to work together and gel. And who's to say that they're not working together right now? Just because the coaches ain't there, who's to say they're not all working together? I mean, like, that's the thing that we don't even think about is the fact of the matter is that these five could be together working right now, today, tomorrow, the next day. They could be doing that. So, like, I don't know if we need to be concerned ourselves with getting a true center. Let Gates do it. Gates was good at center. I like Gates. Gates want to punch people in the mouth. And I love linemen that want to punch people in the mouth. It's my favorite shit. A lineman that want to fight. I love it. I need it. I need that shit in my life. A lineman that wants to fucking fight. I like it. So I say we let these five continue to work together. Are they going to be the best line in the NFL? Figgity fuck no. They're not. Okay? Are they going to be average? Maybe. They're going to probably start off a little bit below average, but they'll get it. And I don't see a problem with this configuration. We got to get Solder's ass the figgity fuck out of here. Launch his ass out of the fucking stadium. Solder got to go. I'm just waiting to hear for that one. Speaking of our offensive line, Kim Jones, man. Let's talk about Kim Jones, man. I don't know. I'm gonna take a rip off this vape. Hold on. I got this delicious tobacco flavor in here, and it's hitting. I don't know why Kim Jones is so angry. Like she's really, really angry. Like pettily angry. And she want to BBS is in the house. What's going on, BBS? What's up with you, brother? Kim Jones is really, really angry. And she tried to, like, sass Dave Gettleman yesterday, and I don't know why. Like, it was weird as shit that she's trying to dispute or discredit the fact that we have a young offensive line, I'm confused. I'm befuddled. I'm perplexed. Did we not have nothing but young fucking offensive linemen playing all last season? Wasn't the only veteran offensive lineman that played a vast majority of snaps Kevin Zeitler? I mean, I know Cam Fleming played a little bit, but didn't we have nothing but young guys playing offensive line last year? Didn't we? Didn't we? I mean, the fuck are we talking about here? When she asked that question, I was sitting right here in this seat, right? I was sitting right here because I was teleworking, right? So my work computer is sitting right over here. My regular computer is sitting over here, and all my fucking shit's over here, right? I've got my TV over here. It's connected to my computer, so I can put like stuff that I'm watching on the TV, and I can still have my main screen. And so I got it all set up, right? I got Twitter right here. I got the fucking giant shit over here on the big TV. I've got the work bullshit happening over here. I'm ready to go. I'm listening, and I hear Kim Jones, and she asks that question, and I literally go, no bullshit. She asked that question. I'm over here doing some work. And she asked that question, and I went, the fuck? Because it fucked me up. It fucked me up that she's like, oh, you can't consider your line young because you've got Zeitler and you've got Solder. And I'm like, the fuck is she talking about? Those motherfuckers didn't even play. Like, Solder wasn't even there. Zeitler was the only one. Everybody else was young. Cam Fleming in there getting reps. Okay, couple. Matt Parrott in there getting more reps. What? What are you talking about? And then I look on Twitter, right? And I see all these Giants Twitter assholes who are praising Kim Jones like she said something fucking profound. And I'm like, are you motherfuckers on drugs or am I on drugs? What the fuck are we talking about here? What she said was incorrect. What she said was incorrect, yo. It was. I'm sorry. I don't hate on females in sports. I dig females being involved with sports. I think a female that knows her shit in regards to sports is dope as fuck. It's one of the dopest things I've ever fucking seen in my life. Let me tell you a quick story, okay? I'm dating this girl, and we're at a sports bar, right? And we're watching football, and casually dating. Like we're not letting anything serious at this point in time, right? We're just kicking it. But we're watching football, and she's like, oh, that's a hold. And I wasn't like looking at the play, but she's like, that's a hold. And suddenly a flag comes up and I look and they showed a replay and I'm like, damn, that's sexy. Cause I didn't know. I didn't know that she was like super into football like that, but she was like, that's a hold. She called that shit. And a flag came out and I was like, that's sexy as fuck. I think that shit's awesome when females know their fucking sports. I love that shit. So I'm not hating on Kim Jones for being a female in sports. But what I do have an issue with is you just trying to make Dave Gettleman look bad just for the lulz. Like, what the fuck? No, this girl was not the Korean, Nate. This was another girl. This is before I even knew the Korean. I didn't even know the Korean at this point in time. We hadn't met yet. But like, hey, I don't know, Nate. I don't know how long the stream's gonna go until I don't feel like talking to you motherfuckers no more. That's what we gonna do. But like, you know, I don't get why you're just trying to make Dave Gettleman look bad for the lulz. I personally thought that was whack as fuck. And I thought that the people that was praising her were whack as fuck too. I'm sorry. I thought it was whack. You asked the dumbass question. Dave Gettleman looked at you like you had a dick on your forehead and was like, we are young. You tried to like justify your dumbass question with a dumbass statement. And I thought you looked dumb and petty. I thought you looked dumb and petty. And typically Kim Jones gives good information. She does. She gives good insider information on what's happening with the Giants and the Jets. I'll take none of that away from her. But in that moment, yo, you looked fucking dumb. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Afghanistan. I mean, I might have been looking at she did have some breastises. She did have some breastises. I was stalking her through the. You're out of your damn mind, Giants Nation. Listen, I've forgotten about more ass than you've had wet dreams about, my guy. Brooklyn Double X is in here, right? And I don't know who the fuck Brooklyn Double X is. All I know is that Brooklyn Double X was in another person's stream that I was in, and she was talking about doing ungodly, dirty things to me. And it lets me know that it's a fucking troll account. It's some dude, right, who's a fucking weirdo, right? And comes into people's streams and says fucking weirdo shit. But that's cool, Brooklyn. You can kick it if you want to, okay? I mean, that's fine. But you ain't been paying attention to who the fuck I am. You get clowned up in this motherfucker. You get clowned in this bitch. Like Sunday gets the high, right? And Sabrina will get the high, right? And there are some other females who come in here and say something in the stream and they'll get the high. But you don't get the high. You don't get the high because I see through you, Brooklyn Double X. I see all the way through you. And I'm the guy that'll call you the fuck out in my streams and let you know that I ain't fucking with you. And I ain't fucking with you. Cause we ain't fucking with you. So they ain't fucking with you. You just need to know that. Brooklyn Double X, if that's your real name, which is not, because it's probably Lawrence or Jonathan or Samuel or Mufasa or Matumbo or some fucking other weird ass fucking crazy ass bullshit ass name like Tululu la la li la lululu la li la la li la lululu la la. Hold on a second. Let me get a little sip of this water. I said a lot of things just now. I said, yo, this motherfucking Brooklyn is. Yo, stop it, Brooklyn. You stop it. My goodness, man. My goodness. Let's talk about these. These press conferences, man. Let's talk about these press conferences on the whole. Yo, these press conferences were fucking nothing burgers, man. Like, and I knew that, right? I knew that going in because Joe Judge is the type of head coach that when he's talking, or like your fucking name. Joe Judge is the type of coach that will say a lot and say fucking nothing. And I dig that. I dig that about Joe Judge. He will say a whole lot and will say fucking nothing, man. And like it's Ayo. Can somebody do something about fucking Brooklyn, y'all? Cuz could somebody take Brooklyn to the back of the club, sit there. I'm going to use the they pronoun for Brooklyn because I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the they pronoun because I'm progressive and shit. Somebody take Brooklyn's ass to the back of the club, sit their ass down, okay? Put a fucking drink in their hand and tell them to shut the fuck up and just enjoy the show, please, fucking please. But yeah, man. Like I was saying, Joe Judge is the kind of coach that's going to say a whole lot and tell you fucking nothing. And I like that, right? I like that in a coach because for one, like I know we always want to know the answers to everything all the time, right? But like I'm gonna just be like 100 with y'all. We as fans don't deserve or owned shit. We're not owed shit. Oh, y'all didn't have to delete. Y'all didn't have to delete Brooklyn or ban or time out Brooklyn. You don't got to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that here, right? Cause it's not necessarily like trolly, right? It's just being funny. So unban or unblock, let Brooklyn hang out. We don't need to kick people out. Just put her in the back of the club, put them in the back of the club, put a drink in their hand, and tell them to shut the fuck up. Don't time nobody out. We don't do that here, okay? Unless they're like super trolly and they're saying like ridiculous shit in the chat, we don't time or block people out. We don't do that here. That's not how we roll, all right? Fucking timed out Brooklyn. Jesus Christ. Let Brooklyn back in the club. Just tell them to sit in the back. The long name that I don't want to fucking pronounce asked how are press conferences I experienced in the semi-pros. Here's the deal. I never did a press conference. I never did any press conferences as a coach. Like the semi-pro, don't nobody give a fuck about. The press don't give a fuck about semi-pros. Press don't give a shit about semi-pros. I think I talked to a reporter as a coach, as a player, and as a coach. I think I've talked to a reporter a handful of times. And it was like when I played, it was like, how do you feel about the game? Do you think that you guys could have did anything better? We saw that you got these kind of stats. How do you feel about those stats? And blah, 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 blah. And those were kind of the same kind of questions I got as a coach, as a coach. Like it wasn't, there wasn't no fucking press conference. I didn't have to like answer like a bunch of motherfuckers' questions, man. I talked to a reporter occasionally sometimes. Don't nobody give a shit about the semi-pros, man. I'm the only one that gives a shit about the semi-pros because I did it. Like, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. No, Viz, you don't play middle linebacker. You play middle of the bench. That's where you going to play. Middle of the bench. All right. What was I saying? Oh, the press conferences. So, yeah. The press conferences felt like nothing burgers. The press conferences felt like I walked away knowing what I walked in knowing, and that was a whole bunch of fucking nothing. I will say this though, man. I just love listening to Joe Judge talk, man. I missed hearing this man talk. Giants Nation. You know what, Giants Nation? I'm a little smaller than I was when I played. I'm actually a little smaller than I was about 30 days ago, but you know, we'll talk about that later. I'm actually like way smaller than I was a month ago. But you know, I missed hearing Joe Judge talk. I just missed hearing this man talk. I love listening to this man talk. I wish that I was just a guy. I wish that I was just a guy in the room when he talks football. I wish I was just a guy that sat there, like they said, hey, PTA, listen, man, we're going to sit you in the back of this room next to Brooklyn, okay? You and Brooklyn sit in the back of this room. Take this drink, shut the fuck up, and enjoy the show. And I would happily sit there in the corner, not next to Brooklyn, because Brooklyn's fucking creepy. Brooklyn's a little weird, so I'd have to, like, mush them the fuck over to the other side of the room. You get the fuck away from me, Brooklyn, you fucking weirdo. And I would just sit there, and I would just listen to Joe Judge talk. No, Brooklyn, you get the fuck over there. I don't want to. No, I'm trying to listen to Joe Judge. You get the fuck away from me with this zaddy shit. Who the fuck says zaddy? I've never heard no goddamn zaddy. Get the fuck away from me, Brooklyn. I'm trying to hear Joe Judge.